The Las Vegas Raiders had a really nice offseason after going to the playoffs last year, but they're still picked by many to finish last in the AFC West this year. That means the Raiders have much to prove as a team to change how a lot of the football media views them, and to varying degrees, the Raiders have a few individuals with something to prove. Every player has something to prove every year, but the Raiders have 5 main individuals with something to prove this year. Those individuals play key positions, so if they play well and prove what they need to prove, it will change the NFL media's perception of the Raiders, but more importantly, it significantly increases the Raiders' chances of winning a Super Bowl. What? Davante Adams? What does he have to prove? He's the best receiver in the league. Well, the first thing he has to prove is he's still that. Cooper Kupp is pulling up and will try to challenge him for that this year. But the main thing he has to prove is he made the right decision for his football career. He turned down more money and playing with the best quarterback in the NFL to play with one of his best friends, and not all the NFL media thinks the world of that guy. So if there's a dip in his numbers, they'll blame his decision. And that guy is, of course, Derek Carr, who has to prove Adams right while proving he's an elite quarterback, not just one of the better quarterbacks in the NFL. Carr took a big step toward that last year by leading the Raiders to the playoffs with all the adversity he and his team went through. Well, he's gone through a ton of adversity with the Raiders his whole career with all the different coaches and failed attempts to build a team around him. But he has no excuses now. Carr has Adams, slot receiver Hunter Renfrow, and tight end Darren Waller with offensive genius Josh McDaniels calling plays. More than anything, running back Josh Jacobs has a lot to prove to his own team. And what he has to prove more than anything is he can stay healthy. He's rushed for over 1,000 yards in 2 of his 3 seasons in the NFL, but he has yet to play in all 16 or 17 games in a season. That's why the new regime came in and turned down his 5th-year option and drafted a running back along with bringing in free agents. It doesn't look like he's going to get a chance to, but if he does, he has to prove he can carry the load like a first-round running back. 2019 second-round pick Trayvon Mullen has teased Raider Nation with his shutdown corner talent, but has yet to put it all together. He took his lumps early in his rookie year, then showed promise down the stretch. Then in year 2, he had some really good stretches of football along with some stretches that weren't as good. Then in year 3, he looked pretty good to start the season, but a toe injury allowed him to only play in 5 games. So we don't know if he gets it now or if that was just a good stretch. We'll see this year. 2019 first-round pick Jonathan Abram can be a great football player. He really can. The problem is he looks great when he's good, but he's really bad when he's bad. He's a good tackler when he's on, but he misses a lot of tackles. He fills gaps in the box, but he gets caught out of his gap too. He's good in the deep part of the field when he's on, but he too often gets caught where he shouldn't be. He's even showed at times he can cover one-on-one, but you know the story on that. If he cuts down on his bad plays, he'll be worthy of a first-round pick and the number 24. The guy with the most to prove and probably the most pressure on him is 2021 first-round pick Alex Otherwood. He's back at right tackle after being moved from there to guard after only 4 games last year. He didn't play particularly well in either spot, so he has plenty to prove. He came out of Alabama as an Outland Trophy winner, but with some technical flaws that he didn't fix in time for the 2021 season. Is that on him or then offensive line coach Tom Cable? Carmen Bricio is the guy assigned to straighten out his technique now. Carr needs protection to get the ball down the field to all his weapons that now include Adams. So with all the edge rushers in the AFC West these days and Colt Miller having this side locked down, what Otherwood does will most likely determine how far the Raiders go this year. He probably has a lot to do with why the Raiders are picked by many to finish last in the AFC West. If he gets off to a good start, the NFL media will likely change their perception of the Raiders. But more importantly, if he plays well the whole season, there could be a Super Bowl in it for the Silver and Black. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.